Now, back to the news, back to reality, back to money talk, back to the WNBA, actually. We had a spot here yesterday. We talked about a player from the Liberty who was dealing with some not so nice words about her relationships. Here's some not so nice words Angel Reese is saying about the league, which will bring some not so nice words to her, but it also brings up a conversation that we've been bringing up all season long, and that's the money gap between the men pros and the women pros and how they have to make a living. Angel Reese is living beyond my means. A quote from her, as she says her salary won't cover her rent. In fact, she makes $74,000 a year, which isn't bad for a young person coming out playing basketball, mostly for about 3 or 4 months. But her rent in New York, because she's a celebrity and she has to deal with celebrity things, yes, she has to deal with different amenities and different security things and make sure that things are out there and just, be nice. $8,000 a month. And that's not actually out of the ordinary for just a general person in New York City. A lot of people who do things a lot less glamorous and make even less money pay $8,000 a month for rent. She says she's living beyond her means, more of a joke, if you will, but saying that her paycheck for the NBA, her main job right now, doesn't cover as much stuff as you think. Now, she technically had the options to make more money as a amateur with the NIL stuff with different deals. The biggest thing was everybody talked about the pay cut Caitlin Clark took when she went to her actual job, stepping away from her endorsements, things going forward. Sure, she has endorsements. Sure, she has other things. Angel Reese has other means of incomes, other way of making things going forward. But that does, and don't think she's actually, broken, destitute. It's not like that. But the reality is, if she's saying outright her salary is $74,000, and one of these rookies that just got signed on, Bronny's making a couple $1,000,000, and he ain't that good, you got to kind of think about the financial challenges between the women pros and the men pros. We also had a story that was going to come in today. It got squeaked out by other things about the women's three-player league for the women. It now has a TV home, so sponsors will happen. It'll be on TNT coming soon. So that means they'll have some sponsors, they'll have some way to make some money for people who don't want to go overseas to play extra basketball, to make the extra money because they're not making a comparable living as the men do. And so they have side gigs, they do other things. We'll see if they can do more in the way of playing basketball and playing at home instead of just, having to go overseas and deal with the war zones that are happening out there.